right. Ooh. Just fixing one thing. Yes. Good morning, lovelies. How are ya? Oh, I'm so glad to be here. So glad that we're all here together. Also, I need to drink some more water right now, so. Hey, Shayla. Hey, G. Hey, Vivian. Hey, Stephanie. What's new, everybody? How's it going? Oh, I'm so ready to be here with you all for an abundance of reasons. An abundance of reasons. Hey, Sarah. So I was mentioning in the Patreon post how I was on set all weekend doing a music video. Holy shit, that was so fun. But it's a lot of work. So much work. Woo. Luckily, it wasn't super physical. Oh, Rapunzel-esque, thank you. I know, look at that. I'm pulling it out and it's like completely off screen. At the end of the month, I'm getting my hair trimmed. We're bringing in a professional because this may need some help. Yeah, it was super fun. If you're familiar, the music video was for Cradle of Filth. So, definitely in the realm of black metal. And yeah, I got to be the prettiest little lady in it. So really excited to see how that turns out. Hopefully we'll see it at the end of the month. Yeah. No, it was a really cool weekend. I feel like I can't share too much without giving it away, but I mean, the concept was just so rad. Art direction was beautiful. And it was just really fun to play two different parts, which one of them includes like the lead, so it was really cool. Yeah, so I'll definitely throw that out to the interwebs whenever it comes out. Hopefully this month, if not, definitely in July. Yeah, so I'm really ready to stretch today, as you can imagine. My feet hurt. I was in boots, booting it up, so my feet could really use some love. I want to spend some time in the beginning to like stretch our feet out a little bit. And my hamstrings are really sore. So I'd love to do like some deep hamstring work if you guys are cool with that. But also, you guys know I'm always open to hear what your desires and needs are. So feel free to throw those into the chat. I like to always make our Monday flows a little bit collaborative. So as you chat and tell me what you want to see and do, I'm going to eat this final piece of my protein bar. Your girl needs calories. Hand stuff. I love doing hand stuff. Keyboard claws, baby. I like that. It appears me and Shayla are in the same boat. So quick story before we get going. I've been realizing like, oh, I really need to be training my hamstrings more. It's just a part I don't like to touch because I'm always worried about losing flexibility and like splits and stuff. So in general, I avoid doing a lot of hamstring strengthening, but I'm realizing it's such an essential part to doing some shit I want to do, including back bends, oddly enough. Anytime I really work on my hamstrings, my back bends really start to come alive. So the day that I trained them pretty heavy on Friday, I taught a power class after I did my workout, and I was doing floor bow, which is when you like reach back and grab for your feet. And I was able to roll all the way back onto my thighs, like off my pelvis, all the way back on my thighs. And I was like, God damn it, hamstrings are the answer. So anyways, my back bends are feeling great. My hamstrings are feeling sore. I just did like the babyest curls and I'm like feeling fucking wrecked. So that's what we'll do some stretching on today. So for class, let's grab some blocks. I'll transition us over here. I have my blocks down there. We'll also use our straps. I also have these resistance bands all strewn about. You don't have to have those. But I don't know, maybe we'll use them. Who knows? Sometimes when you're working with straps, it can feel like a little rigid. So if you guys do want to use a stretchy band, you can do that, okay? Oh, let's fucking go. Oh, let's do this shit. Also, oh, what are we listening to today? I've just been like relying on my day list. Today my day list is Dark Alien Monday Morning. Sure, let's be aliens together. I want to be an alien girly. Okay. LFG. LFG. And let me get some more lights on this corner. Let's see. Let's see how she looks. That works. You guys know, I'm always like set up, but also simultaneously fucking with everything. I'm just gonna adjust this key light and come up close. Hi. Hi, how are ya? I love the lighting up close. Trying to be able to reciprocate that from afar, but I have yet to figure it out. All right. Blinded by the light. All right, so let's start. Let's start in child's pose. So we'll bring our knees wide. Ooh, let me start a little workout. Let me track this shit. Let me get some rings closing today. So in our child's pose, knees wide, toes together, arms reaching forward in front of you. See? So opening up through, the shoulders and a little bit into our hips. And we're gonna take a few rounds of breath here together. So full and complete inhalations and exhalations. Oh my God, I kind of want to stay here forever. It feels so good on my shoulders. Normally, child's pose is not like a mind-blowing shape for me, but today's a different day. All right, when we finish up that last breath, let's come up onto active fingertips. So sorry, G, activate those little clicker clackers right now. And let's walk them over towards the left-hand side of our space. So get into a side body stretch. Nice. Take it through center. over towards our right. Reach, 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 reach. Nice. And then we'll take it back through center. Now lift up just slightly so that you can swing both of your feet over towards the left-hand side of your space, enough for you to sit your butt behind your left heel. I'm going to adjust the left foot so it's kind of just in front of my right thigh. And I want to take a few moments to open up our hip flexors, just like gentle hip flexor movement. So all we're going to do is tilt through our pelvis, so posterior tilt, and then anterior. Just take a couple of these. Whoa. Your girl has some boot calluses going on right now. I need professional help. And by professional help, I mean a pedicure. All right, the next time we take it into our anterior tilt, let that free up enough space for you to actually lift your hips up and off of the ground. And we're gonna reach through this right arm. Now just take some circles with your right wrist. Nice, circle out through the wrist, other direction. And then return your hips back down towards the ground. Lengthen out through the right leg so that you're in this kind of externally pushed out prep for Janu Shirshasana, but side body stretch style. Yeah, so we'll first square the torso over the right leg and move over the right leg. Arms can reach forward. You can reach for the feet if they're already accessible. If not, just grab whatever is accessible. Nice. Now bring your arms to the inside of your leg. Great. Open up your torso away from the leg and reach the left arm up and overhead. Try to get into a side body stretch. Great. Bring the torso all the way up through middle, left hand plants. Same thing. Lift up your hips. Now with an outstretched leg. Let's take some arm circles. Gorgeous, and reverse. Great, bring the hips back down towards the ground. Bend into your right knee. Let's swing the hips up and over towards the other side. So hips are behind the right heel. We started off with just that really gentle pelvic tilt to kind of get things going. It's kind of like the foreplay of this sequence. Oh, man. Sometimes I just let the inside voices win, guys. All right, let's see about getting up a little bit higher. Push through the hips, reach the left arm up and over, and let's circle out through your left wrist. Wow, circle it out other direction. Meow. And then let's return your hips back down towards the ground. Lengthen the left leg out towards the side. So again, oh, the left side is brutal. It's kind of like that little jutted out Janu Shirshasana. We're gonna move our torso over the left leg to start. Do you ever do a leg workout and you just realize how sore one side is and you're like, okay, my left hamstring apparently is the weaker one. Okay, yeah, wow. Wow. Gonna remember that. Now let's bring our arms just to the inside of our left leg. Great, and we'll open up our torso, taking it like we're in a side body stretch. So really think about opening up as much as you can. Nice, rise through the torso. Right hand plants, lift up your hips. And let's take our arm circles. I know my microphone is trapped in my shirt, which my husband Kumar likes to call this the ghost shirt. He's like, you just look like a ghost. I'm like, oh my God, thanks, babe. You shouldn't have. All right, let's return the hips back down towards the ground. And let's extend both of our legs forward in front of us. Now, this is kind of the moment where you may want to have a strap with you. If you feel really confident working split legs from the back, then you're good. You can do without it. Let's lay down onto our back, slow and controlled. We'll push into our feet, arms are by our side, and we're gonna work into a bridge position. You can walk the shoulders underneath you. Good, we'll elevate through our heels. Ooh. Roll yourself all the way back down towards the ground. Nicely done. And when your heels return to the earth, let's extend our right leg up towards the ceiling. So you can loop a strap around your foot or grab wherever is accessible. And we're gonna start with some ankle circles. So super simple, just rotating through the ankle. I can already tell mine are gonna be noisy today. Good, if you haven't already, reverse that circle. Reversing sometimes feels so strange. Nice. And then we're gonna meet in a flexed foot position. Now take your opposite leg any amount away from you, even if it's all the way extended out. Perhaps you draw the right leg a little bit closer towards you and gain a little extra space into the hamstring. Come back to your breath. Let that breath work with you through every inhale and every exhale. Good, bend into your right knee. Take the leg out to the side. Maybe you flex into your foot again, grab for the big toe, and kick the leg out towards the side. Left arm can reach out to help you counterbalance. So this is like your Padangusthasana B on the ground, so an externally rotated shape. Nice, bend into the right knee, take it through center and work into a twist. So knee over towards your left-hand side. Y'all, my joints today. In the words of Kaya, my neck, my back. All right, let's bring it back towards center. Right foot onto the ground, left leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Same thing, grabbing for the back of the leg. And we're just starting with our ankle circles. Nice, reverse. Reversing always feels so weird on this leg. All right, we'll maintain our flexed foot position, and then we'll see about taking this right leg away any amount. So know that this is a gradient for each person and where they're at in their split leg game. Great, maybe you draw that leg in closer. Again, as you guys remember, this is the one that's being a little asshole, so. All right, we'll bring it into a bend. Take it out towards the side, so externally rotated. Option if you did this on the other side, grabbing for your big toe, kicking the leg out towards the side, and counterbalancing with your right arm. Bring that leg back into a bend, guide it through center, and then over towards the right, so spinal twist. I don't know if you guys can hear those, but to me they're so loud. All right, let's draw it back through center. We'll bring both of our knees in towards our chest, fingertips into knee pits. Let's take some rocks and rolls. Now you can rock and roll, tapping the toes to the ground. You can rock and roll through a boat position or navasana, yeah? Maybe you do it with hands, without hands, more advanced variations, right? We got our teasers. Let's try one more. Nice, cross through, tabletop position. All right, let's get into some hand stuff. Hand stuff and some more foot stuff. So with these paws, let's try to spread them out nice and wide. Great. And to begin, we're going to do some finger snappies. It's been a while since we've done some finger snappies. So I want you to grab up your pinky finger with your right hand grab the pinky of your left hand with your right hand. That's too many words. Okay, just grab your fucking pinky, lift it up, snap it back to the ground. And then do that through all of your fingers. Switch hands, obvi. Oof. I'm gonna do that again. I'm really feeling this up the bottom of my forearm. Oh, especially through that pointer, Jesus Christ. Woo! All right. And when we make it back towards center, let's draw some circles with our heart. So a little more wristy. Great, reverse. When you make it back towards center, walk the knees together and a little bit forward. And we're going to spin just our right hand into external rotation. Good. I like to tuck my toes and lean my hips back towards my heels. This is when I start to see God. All right, option to bend into your right elbow and peel the heel of your right hand up and off of the ground. Nice. Shake out that hand a little bit. Wow, felt that one extra today. Same thing other side. Left hand rotates so the fingertips face back. Option to bend into your elbow. Draw the heel of the hand up and off of the ground. Good. Release that side. Bring yourself back into a tabletop position. Adjust the knees back. Tuck your toes, take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. It's our first one, so take some pedals, take some wiggles, take some moves. Great, and let's work through our shoulders a bit. Roll forward, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Same thing, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, down dog. One more time, take it forward, high plank position. And with your exhale, downward facing dog. Now keep the down dog shape, but lift up your heels and rock both heels over towards your left. See if you can snuggle back into your downward facing dog position. Option to stay here, or just cross the right foot behind the left and take an additional side body stretch. Again, really important here to still think like you're in a downward facing dog. Nice. Roll back onto the toes of your left foot. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand and lower your left knee down towards the ground. So lizard lunge position. You can also grab your blocks, bringing them underneath your hands. With this, I'm not going to say grabbing blocks makes life easier. It does elevate your torso so that you may get a deeper stretch into the hip flexor. We're going to maintain this right leg on the outside of your right foot, or right foot on the outside of the right hand. Wow, words are challenging today. And we're going to take a couple of forward and back motions to get into the hamstrings. Nice. Now the next time we're forward into our bent right leg, let's tuck back toe, lift up your back knee, rock the blocks up onto higher levels if you're using them. Step your left foot to the outside of where that left block is, move them out of your way and head into malasana. So elbows go into your inner thighs, try to create some length through the spine. Let's push into the feet, lift up all the way to standing, and then take yourself back down into malasana. Let's go 4 more times. And again, the depth is really up to you. Last 2. Nice. On this last one, we're meeting and standing. Heel toe your feet together, hip width distance or all the way. Arms are going to reach up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Reach the arms back up, inhale, breath. And with your exhale, fold forwards, take it all the way down. Good, halfway lift, lengthen out through your spinal column. And with your exhale, let's step back into a high plank position. We're gonna glide forward a couple inches and then lower down to our stomachs. Great. Once you've made it down, let's go feet hip width distance and work through a couple of progressive back bends. So we'll peel up our head and our heart, working into cobra. Try to really focus this through your back line and posterior chain. Lower the heart space down, walk the hands back a little bit. Great, let's again lift up. This time pushing a little bit into your hands. Not all the way to straight. I've got a decent bend into my elbows, but I'm just trying to give myself more, right? My legs are active. And return back down. Hands can stay where they are if you feel like this is a good position for moving into up dog, or you can move them back 1 more little micro inch. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, peel up, and start to progress into your biggest back bend here. Great. Downward facing dog, lift the hips. Same thing, take those wiggles and squiggles. And then let's work into our rolls again. So forwards into high plank, back into down dog. High plank, down dog. 1 more time, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Lift up your heels. Rock them to the right. Great. You can keep them there or cross the left behind the right. And again, really returning into our downward facing dog position. So trying to really push through the arms, keep the hips elevated. Breathe. Let's roll back onto the toes of the left foot. Big step of the, roll back on the toes of the right foot. Left foot steps to the outside. I guess for this class, just assume I'm gonna say shit wrong, all right? Hopefully I'll catch myself and correct it. Okay, so let's get lizardy. I like to work on my blocks here on their medium level. Right, and then we'll flow back and forth. The foot is going to stay where it's at. So no correction of taking it to the center. We're going to eventually do that. I always feel like this is kind of an easier progression to get into square positions. All right, now the next time we're forwards, let's tuck our back toes, lift up the back knee, take your blocks up onto some higher levels, and step. Right foot to the outside, malasana, blocks moving away from you towards the front. Elbows into inner thighs, or widen it more by fist bumping yourself. So 2 little punching hands coming together. Long spine, let's get up. And down. 3, 2, nice, and a 1. Heel toe the feet, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Inhale, sweep back up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank position. Let's take it forwards again, lowering down to your stomach. Good. For this one, we're going to take our arms in front of us. And we're going to work on some lower half back line. So right leg lifts. And we're going to take 8 pulses up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Same thing other side. Left leg lifts. Pulse up 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now see if you can bring your chin to the ground and arms down by your side. I like to kind of snuggle my forearms slightly in towards my hips. And we're going to try to lift up both of our legs. Good, keep holding. 3, 2, 1. Let that go. Hands will slide back by our side. Push yourselves up and back. And we're going to go into a kneel onto the tops of our feet. All right, so here's where we're going to get into some more foot and ankle stretches. Okay. So we're going to start with just one at a time, seeing if we can elevate our knees. Good, maybe both of our knees lift up. So this is definitely more ankly, but this can be a very intense foot stretch if you're flat-footed. All right, bring it forwards. Now let's do crisscross feet. So right foot is going to go right on top of the left. So your feet are going to make an X. And then we're going to, again, just sit onto our heels. Now, sometimes I need just a little adjustment to really get in to the part of my arch that needs this. This is an intense one for me if I've been walking a lot, if I'm in boots, or if I've been weightlifting, because when we're like weightlifting, we're gripping the ground with our feet really activate and help us. So this is really a good one to get into the plantar fascia. Last 3, 2, And 1, lift up. All right, let's do the other side. Left crosses on top of right. Nice, and finding your magic spot, I found it right away. All right, let's bring ourselves off. You can roll out your ankles here. My favorite way to counter this is to tuck my toes. Again, sitting back onto my heels. So this is usually the most common type of foot stretch, but I really like the crisscross feet. All right, let's get deeper into our hamstrings, shall we? We'll head forwards into our tabletop position. You can keep your feet as they are, but let's go into downward facing dog again. So hips lift. All right, now we're gonna lift up our left leg, starting as square as we can. And again, I really want you to check that squareness. So again, I'm wearing the ghost shirt. So when I look back, I'm just seeing literally my boobs hiding in my shirt. If you're able to, look back and through and try to see that your toes are squared and facing straight down. Try to make any little adjustments to make that happen. We're gonna hold this position really squaring through our buns for 3, 2, and 1. Now open up your hip. That should give you a lot more space, and bend into your right knee. Take some circles here. Good, reverse. And then we'll maintain that open hip position. Either you stay right there and feel that depth, or deepen it by lowering your left forearm onto the ground. Still think again, down dog. Really try to push the chest back. Nice, let's bring the elbow up if it's down, square off the hip. And let's go knee to nose. Step through to your low lunge position and grab up those high blocks that are in front of you. Walk them back any amount that your body allows into a frontal hip stretch. So the further back the blocks, the more intense this is going to be. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale, lengthen out the front leg, stretch into the right side hamstring. Repeat. One more time. Now lift up the torso like you're in a halfway lift. Keep the left hand on the block, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Love this one for the IT band. Nicely done. Rebend into your front knee. Pivot the left heel down towards the ground. Keep your right hand on its block and reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. So side angle. Breath in. Exhale, take it into warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten through your front leg. Exhale, Trikonasana triangle pose. Right hand can work down for the ground as the left arm works high. Nice. Inhale, breath. And with your exhale, let's take our hands back to our blocks. Rebend into your front knee. Square off onto the back toes. Walk the blocks forward. Use your strength, use your momentum to come forwards. Balancing on your foot like you're a little flamingo. And then we'll bend into the right knee and bring ourselves all the way up to a single-legged mountain. We're gonna go into figure 4 chair. So left ankle works onto the right thigh, opening up through your hip and bending and sitting back into place. I like to bring my hand onto like my thigh and ankle area. You can also be in a prayer position. Elbows can work deep. You can even try to work your triceps on. Great, my final little terrible option is trying to wrap your hands around your ankle, potentially even lengthening out through the leg, finding that deep balance. If you're in this balance, stay on that foot. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Hands back to blocks. Untangle the leg and cross the left foot to the outside of the right. Once more, fold deeply. And then uncross and step the left foot to the back. Chaturanga with the option to work through Ekapada, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's go left side. Square hip or very, very, very intentional square hip work to start. Again, seeing if you can look back underneath your front line to see the toes squaring down. Breathe. Open up your hip, bend into your knee, and take some circles. Reverse. Good, keep that hip open. See if you can stay or deepen by lowering the right forearm down. All right, let's bring it back up. Left knee pulls towards your chest, step through low lunge, grab up those blocks. And again, let's move through open hip position to start. Exhale, lengthen out through the left leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. The next time you're in your long left leg. Wow, I just want to stay here for a hot second. We'll lengthen out through our arms and we'll take it into the twisted variation. So left arm reaching up, Hella IT band, outer hip, last 2. And 1, returning left hand onto your blocks. Rebend into your front knee. Pivot through the right heel, and let's open up so that we're in our side angle shape. Strong hips, strong ass. Take a breath in. Exhale, let's bring ourselves up. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Nice, exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Lengthen through the front leg, side body stretch. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Let's return. Hands work onto our blocks. We'll bend into our front knee and we'll use our momentum, we'll use our strength coming forwards like we're a little flamingo. Nice. And then we'll bring ourselves up. Figure 4. Right ankle, left thigh, working down into the hip. Oof. Mama. Again, it can be hands at heart. Maybe triceps on the shin. Maybe hands around the ankle. Good, it requires a lot of focus, but I also threw out the option to lengthen through the left leg. All right, let's bring ourselves back up. Hands on blocks. And we'll uncross the leg so the right is on the outside of the left. And we'll fold deeply. I've been really liking these crisscross stretches lately. We've been doing them in class a lot. All right, let's uncross the legs. Big step of that right foot behind you, and then we'll step and extend. Upward facing. And with your exhale, downward facing dog. Now you can stay right here. You can also take a proper resting position like child's pose. But if you want to work a little bit deeper into your hamstrings, then let's go for dolphin. So forearms down. Shoulders trying to push back behind our elbows. Good, last 3. Last 2. Nice. Bring your knees down. Take a little sip of water if you got it. We've got a couple more final shapes to work, including some middle splits, because fuck it. I know what I like. All right, so again, your blocks can be really helpful for this, especially if, deeper split variations are just not your bag. So we'll come to face like the long edge of our mat, especially if you're laterally challenged, facing the front of your mat. And we're gonna work just into a wide fold. So I'll lift up like I'm in down dog and then just walk my feet out. Now, I like to be a little bit pigeon-toed for these personally, right? Hands can be on your blocks or you can work towards your depth. Couple of notes that I like to think of for myself is taking my sit bones and trying to tilt them up towards the ceiling. So I'm really thinking about wrapping my inner thighs back. Having this little pigeon-toed variation always for me feels really good onto my outer calves, my outer ankles, the IT bands. All right, now you can stay here or you can start to heel toe the feet wider. Right, so just going for a deeper depth which for everybody is going to be different. If you have pretty close to your middle split or your middle split, send it. I'm gonna go into my dark little hole now. Goodbye, cruel world. I'm just kidding. I'm here. I'm here with you. This is actually feeling very comfortable today. Surprisingly. All right, last 3, last 2, and let's bring ourselves out. I'm just gonna scoop myself up because everybody's depth is gonna be so different depending on their skill. I just want you to do whatever you need to do to make your way down to your seat and onto your bum. We'll face back towards the front and we'll bring our feet together, our knees wide, and take it into a Baddha Konasana fold. All right, we'll bring you back up from here. We'll get our knees together and we're going to do a dynamic roll back into shoulder stand. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of times we start from like laying on our backs and lift up, but I think it's really fun to roll back and pike up. So peep your cam if you're like, what's that, right? We're starting here, we roll back and lift, yeah? And you can even try a few of those in repetition. Right? The way we're catching ourselves is pressing our forearms into the ground and bringing our hands behind our hips. Yeah? Push. Once you've got your shoulder stand position, let's see about taking a foot up and overhead. Maybe it can tap the ground. Maybe both can come overhead and tap the ground. Now this is a super compressive shape on the earth. If you are blessed in the chest, I know that this is not a comfortable place to be. You're probably drowning in your own boobs, okay? We're just here for a few more moments. More depths can be explored, even knees bending, wrapping them around your head. Chest expansion as well. All right, now we'll bring ourselves back up and we'll lift up our hips, re-support our back, and we're going to try to change our grip. So we're going to try to go thumbs in and come into a Pilates variation back bend. So you're basically supporting your hips in the palms of your hands. If this is not happening for you, you can go for another bridge. Oh, this one's so hard. If you can, try these little leg extensions. All right, we'll take the hips down and we'll roll ourselves onto our backs. Extend yourself out onto the ground. Let's take a quick assessment of what we need. I'm feeling like a twist would feel great. So we'll bring our right knee towards our chest and then rotate that across our body. Since we've already done this exact twist, to change it up a little bit, we can go for cat grabbing its tail, a really nice IT band addition. So the leg that's extended long, so since my right knee is over here, we're talking about our left leg. So try to bend that left leg, bringing it towards you, capturing the inside of the foot and returning the right shoulder down. Left hand can grab for outside edge of right foot and extend it out towards the side. I know it's like some weird game of Twister we're playing with ourselves. Awesome, let's release. Same exact thing, other side. So we're twisting, left knee goes across our bodies. We could stay or we can grab, extend out. And then let's bring it back towards center and find a final shape. Just taking a final meditation moment together. We'll take a deeper breath in here together. As always, every day that we're able to move together, move our bodies, is a gift. And I'm honored to teach you all. Thank you so much for coming, showing up for yourself on a Monday. Got a couple extra fun classes happening this week on my Patreon through Zoom. Got beginners class Thursday, bar on Saturday. So hopefully y'all will be able to come through. It would be awesome. Super fun, you guys. She bright right now. She bright. Oh, you're so welcome. I like sorting them out for you. Oh, that was nice. I feel better. I know you guys are always kind of subject to, how does Tracy feel today? And I just teach what I want. Yes. Hey, Adrian. What's up, Mama? Thank you, my love. Thanks, Stephanie. I know, the feet are always a surprise, right? The feet are always a sneaky surprise. Thanks, Shayla. I love that. So again, I know I mentioned it when I was like in a little fucking pile on the ground over there. But we have our beginners class, so 45-minute class on Thursday, same exact time as this one. So if this is a good time for you, come through. I also record that class and repost it. Saturday, we've got bar, 10:30 a.m. for my West Coasters, 1:30 for my East Coasters. So that'll be fun. Yeah. Turns out I needed that too. Hey, look at us lining up. Love when it lines up like that. Love, love, love. Love it. Well, all right, my darlings. If I don't see you the rest of this week, I hope to see you next week. All the links are already up on my YouTube page, so really appreciate subscribing to my YouTube so that you guys get those notifications. Like I mentioned, my other classes through the week are through Patreon, so that's also available to y'all. I opened up some more spots for that, also in my private tier. So if you're ever interested in doing some privates with me, the private tier includes 90 minutes of private time with me. So you can spend that through, 3 30-minute slots, 2 45s, or just get a nice long session in with me. So reach out if you want some cues on that. Oh, sad you can't make it too. I know, the bar's so fun. I'm excited to do some bar. All right, you gorgeous beings, take good care of yourself, hydrate, fuel yourself, do something nice for other people, send all the good energy out into the world, it needs it. And I'll look forward to our next meeting. Thanks, you guys, so much for coming. So much love to all of you. Thank you. See you next time.